Hello my friends, and welcome to another pick a card reading. I hope you're all doing really well, and today I'll be looking at the question, what are you attracting into your life right now? What are you attracting into your life right now? As usual, we have 3 piles to choose from. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. I hope you can see that. So pile 1, pile 2 and pile 3. Pause the video if you wish, take your time, and timestamps will be in the description box below, and I'll see you at your reading. Bye. Pile 1, hello and welcome to your reading. So you chose this card. Let's see what it is. We've got Guardian, and it's reversed. Interesting. Okay, let's have a look at what your other cards want to say. Now, I won't do all of these now. Okay, so we've got remembrance, and that's also reversed. The frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through in a soul, as a soul in a body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully, with and in this life. Right. For those of you that are watching me for the first time, I yawn all the time whenever I do readings. And I kind of have to do them late at night because I live in a really noisy area. So, also, the sun. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for now. So, what are you attracting into your life? You're attracting a new way of being into your life, pile 1. You're attracting something, you're attracting things that are not, that haven't been in your, like you haven't had those opportunities, those things. You're making a better life for yourself, basically, because you kind of know that you're not going to get that from anyone else. So you have to create your own future. There's something very sacred here. We've got the flower of life in the background, and also this kind of image as well speaks to me in terms of codes, past life memories. And I don't know why, like, the 6 of Cups reversed, and we'll see if it comes up, has really kind of been playing on my mind in the respect of, I always thought it was like bad family situations, which it could be, or bad kind of memories of something, or not so pleasant memories, let's say. But then also it could mean that you are stuck in the past. So what I'm thinking here is that actually no, you're moving beyond this. That's your aim anyway. And I cannot stop yawning for the life of me, so I don't know what's going on. Okay, so we've got the 3, we've got Justice reversed, the 3 of Inspiration, and the Chariot. Yeah, you've really, I don't know whether something not so nice happened to you, and you are now realizing that there is no way that you can trust anyone. You have to trust yourself. That's the only thing that you're going to be able to trust now. It's all about you. We've got the 7 of Emotions. Now, the 3 of Inspiration is the 3 of Wands, I think. No, the 3 of Swords, actually. The 3 of Swords, yeah. So it may have been like a relationship, a breakup. I think it's maybe a little bit more serious than that. It may have been like a divorce or something like that. Because even with this Guardian card, it kind of seems that, there was a real foundation that you were building, and now you're like, right, no, I have to change that. I really have to change that. I'm yawning an awful lot. Pile 1, that's crazy. I think I've yawned about 4 times already. So, I'm just talking. So that means that there's a lot of stuff that is around this. 7 of Emotions is the 7 of Cups. And then we've also got the Muse of Inspiration, which is the King of Wands. So I think it's Wands, actually. Inspiration is Wands. So, I mean, so there's 2 things here. It could have been a relationship. It doesn't necessarily have to have been a relationship. But it's some kind of incident that has caused you to go forward and make different plans. It's really interesting because the Chariot is also number 7. So it's like there's this place of difficulty that you've come from, and you're moving into that space. Wow, the Sun. Look, the Sun twice. Pile 1, I love this, because that means to me that, you know, you're really going to be successful in this. And not just that, right? Your disposition towards success is something that really kind of reverberates through this process for you. It's really remarkable, actually, because I don't know, I feel like there is some trauma that's going on. It's almost like you're not gonna let the stuff from the past get you down. You really are moving forward, because whatever happened here was a massive injustice. Now, just to let you know, by the way, randomly, like, it's really interesting me yawning so much, because I am up this time doing other stuff. So I'll be doing work, or I'll be, you know, cleaning up my house or whatever. And I don't nearly yawn as much, right? And within the shamanic, my shamanic training, yawning is known as releasing of emotion, or releasing of, here we go again, releasing of stuff, basically. That I actually learned when I was doing plant medicine. So yeah, like I don't nearly yawn as much. I don't know if that's because I'm talking. You know, I always try and find a rational explanation for me doing something. But I don't know, just with this as well, it's almost like you had to wear some kind of mask within a situation. Do you know what I've just realised? That's a sheep, isn't it? I really, you know, and that's what I thought initially. It felt like a kind of black sheep's thing, you know, where you weren't allowed to be who you wanted to be. So you had to kind of like put this mask on in order to be around these people or be around this situation. And it is a completely unfair situation. So some of you may have come from narcissistic dynamics or some kind of toxic situation where you have decided and planned that you're going to leave. And you're going to go somewhere else. You've got many options, but you really, you know, there's something about being grounded and rooted, which there isn't much of, if I'm honest. But sometimes you don't need that. Sometimes it will work out. And to be honest with you, it really is going to work out. So that's great. Let's get some clarification on this because I like it. I didn't intend to have the cards like that, but... yeah, because, hold on one sec, let's see if I can do this. Yeah, I don't normally do this. This is a bit... yeah, this is quite a lot. I wasn't expecting that, but never mind. Here we are. Okay, so we got that one first, the 3 of Inspiration, then the Chariot. Then we got the 7 of Emotion. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Cool. Right. Okay, Justice. Wow, Justice and the Fool we've got here. I was going to place that, but we've got Justice again upright with the Three of Inspiration. So you are really righting some wrongs here. You really are. Wow. Pile 1. Love that. 2 of Swords. The Ace of Cups reversed. Okay. The Knight of Wands. And the 6 of Pentacles. So I don't know if you are already doing this, but you kind of know what the situation is, what the dynamic is. You're not going to really expect more from something. Like, it's like trying to get blood out of stone, really. In respect to the Fool, yeah, you're just making a new start. I don't know, some of you might have been thinking about moving away, completely breaking free, regardless of whether or not you have got the financial backing, the like material stability that you need. What's really interesting is that it actually, you know, it does work out in your favor. But I feel like you're going to have to be really quiet about what you do. Because, you know, I don't know if some of you might want to try and reason with the very people that ostracized you. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, you know, you've been in a toxic situation, and then, you know, you don't really want to let these people go. You want to kind of like see if they'll kind of maybe switch or act in a much better way. And you do try. You know, Knight of Wands and King of Wands together. Very interesting. But I think you understand that in order to be happy within this dynamic, you will have to follow protocols. You will have to follow rules. It won't be, oh yeah, like we're all equal now and happy hunky-dory. It will not be like that. It's like you have to allow yourself to be breadcrumbed in a way. So, that's really interesting. What are you attracting? You're attracting a new life for yourself, but I think if you recognize that the life that you're going away from is not going to change, that's not going to be the manifestation of this new thing that you're attracting, I think you'll be okay. But I think you need to remember that that's not the case. Like, you can't you can't roll a turd in glitter. It's still a turd. Yeah, and that can account for people's behavior big time. So that's what I see here. I mean, it's not, I don't know. It is a little bit like that because, you know, it's breadcrumbing. It's breadcrumbing. It's like, wow, oh, this person is suddenly being nice to me. And I've seen it happen so many times to people that really don't deserve it. And it gets me burning. Anyway, confidence. It comes with time and practice. Really interesting card here. Because, and look, there's a sword there. So it's almost like you really have to, you know, look, she's going on a journey. It looks like she's going somewhere. She looks quite nervous. You know, she's trying to like gain some confidence. So understand that it might not be completely comfortable what you're doing, but you're doing something incredible by changing your life in this way. Wow, attract through glow. I mean, the sun is on your side. Pile 1, really. It's like the sun is just wanting you to be with it. So you've got Wands energy, you've got sun energy, really strong. You know, maybe something might happen also around your solar return, around your birthday. It may be your birthday at the moment. But there's something here, or something may happen around the time of, you know, summer, whenever that is relevant for you. So I don't know, depending on what country you're in, like wherever you are in the world, that will kind of work out for what's, you know, some kind of significance with summer. Yeah, let's see what this last card is. I am brand new. Wow, look at that pile. One. Sorry, I was like 2, 1, 3, what? Sorry. So we've got source, then we've got baby me, then we've got childhood me, then we've got teenager me, and then we've got I am brand new. Now, what I got from this pile, the situation that I got and the scenario I got was somebody who's escaping a family dynamic which hasn't been healthy. That's what I kind of got. You're escaping something that hasn't been healthy, as I said. But, you know, for those of you who are escaping like a toxic family situation, this card tells you that every part of you, every new kind of like, you know, as a tree grows, the rings get more. With every ring that's been produced, this beautiful shell or the beautiful bark that grows adds to that, which is you. So it's a very beautiful thing that you're manifesting, that you're attracting into your life. You're attracting the right things. Just keep your head on goal, because I just think that when our hearts get in the way, with particularly, not even our hearts, this isn't the heart, this is emotion. So this is how you feel. I think, I mean, I'm very cerebral anyway, being like a Gemini, but like, I think it's important that you maintain some kind of detachment when it comes to people that you're trying to get away from and that you are having a relationship with that isn't mutually beneficial. You know what I mean? And I think because you're establishing something as powerful as your own sense of guardianship, your own ability to parent yourself, your ability to make sure that you can take care of you, people are going to want to take that away from you. They're going to want you to be codependent, you know? Being codependent, you know, it's very, very common. And loads of people love to live within that. And if you are, that's all fine, you know. Everybody's got their own, you know, ways of living. There is no right and wrong, you know. Some people function very okay within what we would deem as a codependent relationship, because we're put under this kind of ideal that, you know, this is the perfect relationship, or this is the perfect way that things should have been. But in reality, it didn't turn out that way. In reality, we are just who we are, and our experiences have made us who we are, and then we just deal with it. Those are the cards that we get dealt with. So I think what's going on here is that, like, it's clear that you've made a choice to do something, but as always with big choices, you can get a little bit like cold feet. You can get a little bit scared, a little bit intimidated by what you're going to do. Just remember that where you came back from, if you are going back to where you came from because of this move that's kind of like pushed you towards making this decision, you will be functioning at a level where it's not equal. Six of Pentacles is not equal. Six of Pentacles is you are there and I'm here and I'm in charge. So just keep that in mind. But keep going, pile one. I'm with you all the way because I think you're amazing, as always. I hope you enjoyed this. Oh, by the way, also, attract through glow. When you shine out this kind of like energy of being assertive, of taking charge of your life, of, you know, resonating with this confidence, you will attract the people. You will attract your tribe. For sure. You really will. And the more that you kind of like feel into that space, which isn't easy, it really isn't. You've got 2 + 3, 5. You've also got 9 here. So there's this kind of like cycle that's going on, but we're still in an area of 5, 7s. You know, there's still quite some stuff going on here, but justice is on your side. So I think that that's really important. And I think like when you go forward with the Knight of Wands, that will really help you. There may also be somebody that comes in and helps you, but I do think, and that may be something to watch out for. But I do also think that you will also move forward with great gusto into your new space. Once you kind of get into that mindset of really resonating with your own confidence. Pile 1, Thank you for letting me read your energy. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you liked it, please do give me a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. Please do share the video if you think that anybody will benefit from it. But otherwise, my darlings, thank you so much. Take care. Have a beautiful day, morning, evening, whenever you're choosing to watch this. And remember that honesty is always key. Bye. Hello, pile 2. Sorry about the shake, and welcome to your reading. I hope you are doing well. Let's see what you are attracting into your life. Earth. Groundedness, stability. The ability to kind of make sure that you make your mark. Interesting. Okay, let's have a look at your other cards. We have Neptune reversed. And then we also have Divine Masculine. Wow. 22. And then this is 8. Wow, so 4 and 8. Interesting, but 22 is a master number, so I wouldn't really add that up. You're attracting stability into your life. And I don't know if that's by building something. You might be physically building something. You may be either building some kind of, you may be a builder. you may be creating things with your hands. You might be doing things with pottery or something like that. You may be doing a renovation on a house or something. But there's something that is definitely about building here. The frequency of the divine, I'll just read this for you. The divine masculine supports our strong, focused and active side, allowing it to express itself while helping to bring our dreams and ideas into form with kindness and wisdom. It could even be like some kind of project that you're doing. Neptune being reversed, there's a little bit of a disconnect there. It may not be aligning with your vision. And what's really interesting with Neptune being solid ice, or not solid, it's ice, icy, cold, earth, and this card here with the desert. So you've got those two elements there, and Neptune is water. And then you've got this divine masculine. The idea of the divine masculine, I would say, is like the King of Cups. The King of Cups is the man who is in touch with his emotions, or the male energy that really understands sensuality, sexuality, is really in touch with the feminine, embraces the divine feminine as part of themselves. So let's see what exactly you're attracting into your life. If you haven't done this yet, this is what you're going to be attracting. You're going to attract some kind of like ability to stabilize. It could even be a relationship. But I don't know, it feels to me more like a business or something like that. Like you're building something, it feels like. That is the Four of Voices, which I think... Okay, hold on. I need to figure out what these are. So the Devil reversed, we've got the Priestess, which is the High Priestess. Let's have a look at some of these other cards, if I can get it. Age of Voices, Ace of Voices. I think Voices is Swords. I think so. Yeah. Okay, so the Four of Swords here is kind of like saying that you're really taking the steps that you need to rejuvenate so that you can make the right decision for yourself. It feels like you're not really disclosing what's going on. You may be telling a few people, but you're too busy building it. This may even be something psychologically, like it might be, or mentally, you know, within the mind. It doesn't have to necessarily be material, but it does feel material more than anything. Three of materials, as I say that, so that's the Three of Pentacles. And then the Two of Inspiration, which is the Two of Wands. Okay. And then the Eight of Inspiration, the Eight of Wands. Right. Yeah, I think you're like... You may be taking a rest at the moment, but there is something that you're definitely working on to bring forth and bring forward. And maybe you've needed to like rework the plan a bit. Because I think you know that the time is now in order to strike. You know that things are really good at the moment for you to be able to do things, for you to be able to like work towards what it is that you need to work towards. So say, for example, you're building like a business, but say you're relocating or something like that. And you want to make sure that, you know, you've got everything in kind of like check. And also there's a certain kind of idea that you have about what it is that you want to do. But that vision isn't quite clear yet. Like it hasn't quite defrosted yet. It's a little bit murky, but you know that you want to feel like this, or you know there's something driving you, you know. Two of Inspiration is reversed, so I don't know, I'm just getting this sense of the world being flipped upside down. You really are like doing something completely out there. And you're doing it like in a really admirable way. It feels like you are doing it in the way that it resonates with your, not just your values, but you're inspiring other people at the same time. It's like you're really encouraging others to do the same thing. It's really amazing. Okay, let's get some clarification. Four of Voices. Okay, doesn't want to come out today. Okay, so we've got the Eight of Wands. Interesting. Eight of Wands here and Eight of Wands here reversed. You had to take your time initially to get yourself into the space where you could really clarify what you wanted. Six of Cups. Yeah, you want to have a good time while you're doing it as well. Like, it's almost like you want to, you're really understanding the journey of this experience. Like you're not just building it to get something. You're building it because you know that you love this. You love what you do. Or you love how this is going. And you want to really enjoy it properly. Love that. Temperance reversed. Yeah, I mean, like you could probably, you know, I think what I'm getting from, even from pile one, is that there's a very mature kind of like level here of approaching this thing that you're attracting into your life. Like you're not messing around. And also you kind of know where the pitfalls are. So you're doing the best you can not to go there to where, and that's why you've come back to the High Priestess from Temperance, number 14, to number 2. So you're taking a step of 12 back, you know, like it's kind of, I have to revisit myself in a really kind of, I have to go back to the bare bones of what it is I actually wanted so that I can remember that. Otherwise, it's just going to be all over the place and I'm just going to get frustrated and everything's going to get out of balance. particularly when there's other people involved, which it seems to me like there is. So it could be like you're expanding your business or something like that. You're deciding to make yourself bigger, or you're maybe launching or starting something. Yeah, it feels like that. It feels more like an expansion of a business. So say you're moving to a new kind of, like you're moving to a bigger venue or something like that. And you're trying to put everything in place. The Chariot reversed, clarifying the 3 of materials. Yeah, you're having to take it slowly. You're not, it's interesting because I think all of you as people are really like, you're raring to go, but there may be external factors that's stopping you from getting there. Yeah, definitely external factors. This is not like you. And then we've got the Ace of Cups reversed. Oh, I didn't realise that was turned over. Okay, so the Ace of Cups with this. Okay. So, I mean, I don't think that you're any strangers to failure here. I think but I don't know, like, it just seems to me like you're not going to take it personally. You did take it personally perhaps in the past, but now you're understanding that there's no point in taking it personally. You just need to kind of get on with it and just, you know, it's part of the game. It's part of what happens, you know. Let's say, for example, like you wish that you put a deposit down on a house that you really thought you liked, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, the deposit just, or the house just goes off the market, like it's not available anymore, and you don't know anything about it, and your heart was set on that. And it's kind of like, oh, the attachment there. But you're starting to understand that and understand where, you know, where there will be these springs that come up, but sometimes they're not really springs, or they don't last as long. They're just kind of like flash in the pans kind of thing. False starts, to be fair, that get you hyped up, but then you're like, okay. But you still got the Verve. And the 2 of Wands. Interesting. So we've got 2 of Wands reversed twice. So what I would say, right, is your attitude is excellent. Like in the response of not getting what you want. And you like not kind of getting the success that you deserve. I mean, I'll be honest with you. You've just, you know, a path is, things are built one step at a time. Nothing is telling me here that it's not going to happen, but there does seem to be quite a lot of hiccups on the way. But there's nothing wrong with it. That's the thing. It's not about you and your plan. It's about the circumstances. It just seems to be just BS circumstances, like, you know, when things just don't seem to add up, like it's like right place, wrong time, or wrong time, right place, you know, that kind of thing. So, and what I get here is, if you're in an industry, for example, that isn't very, you know, there's little return. You've just got to keep on plugging. You've just got to keep on doing things. You've got to just keep on at it. And then before you know it, you've got this mountain that you have climbed. You know that you've been through that and you've climbed that, and you've got all that expertise that comes from being in those mountains to kind of deliver into this thing that you're doing. And that's also the divine masculine, like going onwards, keeping on going. You know, just putting one foot in the front of the other. So just because things don't work out doesn't, like, you know, just being resilient is going to be really important, basically. Evil Queen, you deserve sugar, not salt. Interesting. What do I get from that card? what I get from that is you being able to make sure that you take the sweetness out of every situation, because sometimes when situations, for example, like what I said, like, you not getting the response. And I used to see it in my old job all the time. Like when, in the acting profession, you have so many people going for like an audition. And if people don't get the audition, they get bitter. They get bitter. They think that they should have got that. And that they didn't get that, or they went out for that, So audition rooms used to be full of, or when I was there, it used to be full of people who were very bitter and very bitchy. And yeah, make sure that you don't fall into that space, because you seem to be in a place where I wouldn't say that there's competition. It's just that the things are not aligning perfectly, but they're just like, there's a process. I think it's just not right now. You need to keep on going though. You need to continue building. So keep going, Pile 2, keep going. Inner conflict resolution. Inner conflict resolution. Wow, okay. So conflict resolution, but this is inner conflict resolution. I mean, I think that illustrates exactly what I said, to be fair, because, you love something so much and you want to do it so much, but clearly, other people are not seeing your value, your worth. So how do you take that on? How does that like project onto you? How do you view that? So, yeah, it's very interesting. Do you choose to be the eagle, or do you choose to be the rattlesnake? Very interesting. And we've got 2 plus 6, 6, 2, 2, and 2. So that's very interesting as well. Wow. Oh my gosh. Who cares if we become nothing? We were all once nothing. Oh my gosh. When spirit just gives you the kind of like, here we go. This is what this means. This is it. This is it. I actually got goosebumps from that. Pile 2, what a message. Love it. Love it. Did you love it? I hope you did. If you liked it, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. I hope this video was helpful. Do like, share, all that good stuff. Comment if you wish. I'd love to know your stories and what's going on, because I love reading the comments. They're great. But otherwise, my darlings, thank you so much for watching, for letting me read your energy. Take care, and remember that honesty is always key. Bye. Pile 3, hello and welcome to your reading. So what are you attracting into your life right now? Wow. Look at that eagle. Love that. So you are viewing things from a higher perspective so that you can see exactly what you want. Not only that, there's some kind of like airy energy, energy that is thoughts, ideas, thinking, all of that good stuff that is usually associated with air signs. And air, the element of air, breezy, Scorpio, investigative. Okay, investigate. Interesting. But it's reversed. So you're not... And that's interesting because it looks like the bird is investigating. Very interesting. Let's see, get some more insight here. Prosperity. The frequency of prosperity supports our feeling of well-being, allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart and soul, spirit and heart, soul and spirit sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of the abundance and riches that the universe provides. So, you are on the lookout for opportunities to be able to be more prosperous. The only thing is that what I think is that opportunities that you may have gone in and looked at, you are changing your mind. It's almost like you're thinking outside the box now. But what's really interesting about investigate, that word investigate, and I think more about Scorpio, you know, you're not going to get taken in by things. Now, not to say that Scorpios do that, you know, like, you know, but you're going to be a little bit more discerning. I don't know, rather than go in and be kind of all in, you're kind of going to take a more detached view in how you approach solutions to fixing this prosperity, to being able to be more prosperous. That's what it feels like, pile 3. So let's have a look at what the tarot wants to say about what you are attracting. So you're looking for more opportunities to be prosperous, but you're doing it from a very high perspective. You're not doing it from a, you know, you're not going all in yet. Which is interesting, because that's why, I don't know, that word investigate kind of like jars on me a little bit, even though it's there. Like, I don't know, the energy I get from Scorpio is more you're all in or you're all out, you know. When you go in, you know. You go deep. You go passionately. You go completely. Whereas like with air, it's that detached. So I just feel like there's a bit of a detachment rather than this. But you are still investigating. And that's probably why that word is there. It's bugging me. Okay, we've got the 2 of inspiration, which is the 2 of swords. We've got the 2 of voices. No, sorry, that's the 2 of wands. Inspiration. 2 of voices is the 2 of swords. We've got the page of inspiration, which is the page of wands. We've got the 10 of emotions, which is the 10 of cups, reversed. We've got the 3 of inspiration, which is the 3 of wands, upright. And then we've got the 5 of voices, which is the 5 of swords, reversed. Gosh, I don't know, there's something so entrepreneurial about this reading, to be fair. All of the readings have been very entrepreneurial. Actually, no, the first one might have been emotional. But like the last one, pile 2, was pretty, like, it's about business, finances, about creating something for oneself. You weren't happy at all, like where you were previously. So you're like moving on. You're like cutting your losses and getting the heck out. And what's really interesting, we've got this page of inspiration, but look at this little black cat. So even though the Scorpio card is reversed, you're still using your spidey sense. You're still using your psychic kind of guidance in order to, like, almost like, you know, dowsing rods. Like, I don't know if you know what those are. They're like these rods that are shaped in, so just a piece of metal. It's like bent in an L shape. People hold them loosely in their hands so that the metal can kind of go around. And then what they used to do is they used to like hunt for water. And if they came together like that, then that meant that they were, that it was a yes or a no to water, like water was close by. Lots of people use them for divination or like affirmation kind of techniques these days. But yeah, I kind of like think that you've got your own kind of like sense. And what's really interesting is like she's putting her ear to the ground as well. So there's some kind of divine guidance that's going on here that's really connected to your source, your drive. That's what I'm trying to say, drive. And you've placed quite a few things into action. Like you've put some plans into place. And you haven't been successful with some of them, but that's not going to stop you. You're actually it's kind of in a way spurned you to go further, to go forward, to prove people wrong. Because you know that you weren't happy in the space where you were. And also there was an inability to be able to talk about it. I don't know if you've spoken to anybody about this. Because interesting how we have the Two of Swords here, and then we also have the Five of Swords there, which says to me that usually the Two of Swords would be there kind of thing. That would be what would be, no, it would be the 3 that would be remaining. But now that the 2 is upright, so it's almost like your silence is kind of speaking volumes in this respect. People are nervous about you, pile 3. They're nervous about what you're going to do because they can see this eagle flying around and they're like, sugar, this eagle is going to like swoop down because we know it's hungry. Does that make any sense? That's what I feel like is going on right now. Wow, the Lovers. Okay. We've got 3 here. Right, so we've got the 8 of Pentacles reversed. Okay, that's clarifying the 2 of Voices, yeah. You're not able to work in the way that you want to work. You may not even be allowed to like work in the way that you want to work. But I don't know, there seems to be some kind of distraction here. It's a definite positive distraction. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a change of lifestyle, you know. You may have found someone, like, and all of a sudden that's thrown a spanner in the works. Like, you may be like, oh, I had all these plans. I was going to do this. And, like, now I'm doing this. This is interesting. And I'm very, like, and I'm feeling okay. But it also could be like a contract of some sort. That'd be more justice, to be fair. But there's some kind of like interaction where you've made a commitment that's going on. And yeah, you're kind of like looking. You may even be like looking for a new job. Do you know what I mean? You may be like scanning and seeing and still doing things while you're still at your old job. Okay, so we've got the Page of Inspiration and the 4 of Pentacles. Okay. It's almost like the conflict or the limitation that you have on your ability to be able to work in your way and express yourself actually gives rise to some form of inspiration. It's really interesting. Really interesting. The 10 of Emotions is clarified by the 4 of Cups reversed. Golden opportunity that's being kind of given to you here, where you're like, yeah, I have to act upon this in this way. There's no other way. I'm gonna have to be like I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. This is an opportunity here, and I'm gonna go for it. And then the 3 of Inspiration, 3 of Wands, the King of Cups. Okay. And the Page of Wands reversed. Interesting. I definitely resonate with that. Like I can definitely feel that kind of like sense of you not being able to do what you wanted to do. You not being able to say what you wanted to say. It kind of like nullified your inspiration. But then it's also been part of it. It's almost like you understand the whole kind of thing has been a step towards you understanding what it is that you want better. Does that make sense? Because then that would also make sense with the Lovers being there, because that kind of ability to kind of place things together, to make the decision that you need to in order to move forward. But it's a bit rocky, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's like kind of... It's a bit destabilizing, but that's why you flew up into the air and you were like, right, let me get away from this. I can't be too close, because otherwise I just get a little bit, like, too involved. It gets me a little bit too... it gets me a little bit too much. Yeah, it's almost like you have to forget about it in order to, you know, in order to deal with it. Now, that's very general, okay? That's something that anybody can do, you know, if you just kind of forget about it. But this is not like a project that you're working on. I think this is to do with, like, your whole attitude towards money. Because I think once, you know, and this is this is very big in terms of a general kind of idea. But like when we everything that is to do with prosperity usually is out of our hands. So we have to be really kind of detached about it in order to be, in order to not get hung up on it, you know. Okay, let's have a look at this. We've got a storm. Every hurricane comes to an end. And then you got two. The other group's got one of these cards. Expectation, don't seek anyone's approval. You being like with that Scorpionic energy, I don't see that happening for love nor money. But like with here, I don't know, there's also like this tendency, like just be aware that it's not, you know, the only inevitable thing that we have in life is change. So if you remember that, then, you know, then you can kind of like keep going. But there may be a tendency to kind of like get a bit swept up in the disappointment of things. King of Cups reversed is like Poseidon just going mad. There's going to be some bad days, going to be some good days. Just going to have to ride the waves. Okay, and then we have this one. It says almost there. It's really cute little fox. 44. Did I see? Yeah, 44. You got 44 twice. It's interesting. So 8, and also, yeah, 8. So you're almost there, but it was reversed. So what does that mean? It's like a glass ceiling, do you know what I mean? Like, you see what's there, you see what's going on, but you just can't get to it just yet. But I think that's the whole thing of like when you start to attract something into your life, you don't like, sometimes you don't immediately get it. I know that some of you are going to resonate with that. But sometimes you don't immediately get it. You have to like work towards it. You know, there has to be certain elements that you kind of like, just placing one foot in front of the other, and then you can get close to it. And you'll get it. You'll get it, pile 3. You'll get it for sure. One thing at a time. These cards have been on the money today. Love it. Love it. I love this deck. This is the Rainbow Brain Skull deck, which is by an amazing artist called Raymond Razor. I love his art. It's just so good. So, yeah, one thing at a time. Take it easy. Take it easy and just consume one thing at a time. This is why you need this sense of detachment. Because when you get absorbed and completely inside it, it gets a bit messy and you can't see the wood for the trees. Pile 3, I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you liked it, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. But otherwise, my darlings, it's been a pleasure, as always, to read for you. Please do comment below. Let me know what your thoughts were and also your situation. I'd love to hear about it. But otherwise, my darlings, you take care. Have a beautiful day, evening, night, morning, whenever you're choosing to watch this. And remember that honesty is always key. Bye.